Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry I'm late. I just got home from work, so I'm a little bit late though.
Oh, not a problem. I'm glad you were able to still make this work and be able to talk about some brand new music.
Uh, yes, awesome. Let's do it.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. I've been able to check out the album, of course, and had the privilege to be able to check it out as a promo before the release. And I just love everything about this album. I love how catchy it is. I love the lyrical content that's going along with it. It just feels
Uh,
like a great, well-rounded album with a lot of great dynamics and just fun to listen to from start to finish.
Thank you so much, man. Thank
Oh,
you so much. Yeah, we've been working on it for quite some time, so it felt good, to release it the other day, and yeah, we're just happy the way it turned out. In, we are pleased. In the beginning, we said maybe we should write like 8, 9, 10 songs and see where they are heading. But in the end, we had 11 tracks written and on the record, and we are just happy that it was just those 11 songs.
oh, I totally understand. But yeah, I mean, all of those songs work together so well. And yeah, again, I love all the songs that go along with it. It just feels like the right songs at the right time. It feels like the track order was great for what needed to happen. And yeah, I mean, just every song is just catchy and so much fun to listen to.
Thank you so much.
So, with that in mind, I mean, how do you feel about the album now being released? Like, how are you feeling about the reception and knowing that the album is out there?
Well, it feels awesome. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. The album has been, finished for quite some time. So it feels really good now when it's finally released. And yeah, I haven't really checked out that many reviews of the record yet, but you know, just by looking at our Facebook and all that, yeah, the tAKiDA fans seems happy, and that's the most important, of course. Yeah, it feels good. Feels awesome.
Oh, awesome. So, in speaking of that, I mean, you lightly touched on it, but just to go a little bit deeper, what was it like doing the songwriting for this album?
Well, it was we usually work the same way and have been doing like that for like, I don't know, maybe the past 3, 4, 5 albums. We get together in like Chris's studio, the keyboard guy. He's got his own studio where we record everything, and we get together there, and everybody starts throwing riffs around, and it usually starts with a riff of some kind, and we all get together and work on that, and yeah, it's been really a fun process, but it can be really difficult sometimes when you're 5 guys. Everybody wants their idea. Everybody wants to try their ideas, and it can be yeah, it can be rough sometimes, but in the end, everybody's happy. It's a give and take thing. So you gotta be have a be well, you have to be open-minded to start with, and but I think, after this 25-year long thing that we have been doing, we have learned that we have learned to understand each other and talk about everything with each other. So yeah, I guess we have been, you know more, what do you say, not grown up, but we have been more open-minded for every record we've been doing. So this one was no exception. It's been coming along really good, actually.
Yeah, and I can hear it from my perspective. I really love the musical diversity that's going on, whether something's a bit more of a heavier song, whether it's more of an emotional ballad. I mean, I can hear all these great moments that are going on, and it's good to have that open-minded feeling. I mean, you never know how exactly you're going to get there, but the fact that, you know, things can be that diverse but still have that signature sound of the band, when you're able to pull that off, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, like you said, but we have you know, we have this I shouldn't say maybe tAKiDA sound, but you know, we want the songs to sound a particular way, and we have, you know, that's just how it's been for the past 20 years or something like that. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of melancholy and all that. That works for us. um you know, emotions is very important when you write a song, not just lyric wise but music wise as well. So we try to, you know, touch as many feelings as possible when writing songs.
Oh yeah, and I hear that particularly when talking about this album. I hear that through everyone throughout the band. Like sometimes a vocal line will hit me really hard. Sometimes it's the keyboard melody that like really speaks to me. I mean, it's all over the map when it comes to that. But you can hear the emotions through everyone part of this record, and it's so cool to see that.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, for sure. So, you know, going back again with the songwriting, like obviously, like you mentioned, you know, when it's five people trying to get everything together and trying to write the songs, like for this particular album, was there like any particular challenges of like putting a song together, or did it go as smooth as it could be, or how did that go?
uh, well, when I think of it, I think yeah, I think it was pretty smooth, you know. But yeah, of course there was challenges, but I can't remember, you know, a specific one. It's just and I think that's how it's been, you know, the past recordings, the past albums. uh I think it, you know, it works kind of smooth. You know, I can present a guitar riff, and yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do something with that, and we all, you know, put our ideas, minds together, and well, usually when it takes like 30 minutes to write the song, it's usually a good one. You know, when it takes forever, it's well, then we're not happy. There's something wrong. It's a good song should, you know, it should be like a 30-minute 1 hour to, you know, something like that. It should be a fast one, because then we know we're happy, everyone's happy, and that usually is a good thing.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, oh yes. With being in bands all of my life, I mean, the smoother the process can go, and when you don't have to force things to make them work, when it just comes out natural, and everyone's got an idea of what the song is and what they want it to be, and you can just knock them out that quickly, like in a half hour. It's such a great feeling.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Perfect.
Uh, so, so with that in mind, is there like any particular songs that were like done in like a half hour or an hour on this one?
Yeah, most of them, I should say. No, maybe not, but to start with, the last song, Robert, the last song on the album is called Second Fiddle. Robert wrote that pretty much on his own, actually, and it was like something like that, 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, maybe, and the entire song was finished with lyrics and everything. So he I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he woke up and had this melody and this idea for a song, and he, you know, he got up from bed and recorded it on his phone, I think, or something like that. And yeah, so that one was really fast, but I think yeah, but most of them, if I have a few riffs and ideas, and if we ever get stuck somehow, I can say maybe we can use this riff, and I present it, and the guys, yeah, that totally works. Let's do something with that, and then like 45 minutes after, if we have a song from start to finish, then there's a big chance that one is ending up on the record on the album. So but yeah, I can't really remember. I think most of them was, we did pretty much like that on every song. So I think they all were pretty fast written,
And yeah, like we both said, I mean, that's such a great feeling when the song is going in the right direction. Everyone gets the song, and like at the end of rehearsal or band practice or recording in the studio, when you're able to hear it back and you just hear that everyone is in sync with each other and they know the direction that things are going
Yeah.
to go. It's such a great feeling, and I'm
Yes.
glad to see that that happened on this album because all of these songs do fit together so very well. And not just together, but like individually as well too. Like every song feels like a great description of the band currently with where you are.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, man. Yes, that's it's not made intentionally. It's just, the way the songs turn out, and we wouldn't release a song if we're not happy with it. So we totally stand behind every song on this album, and it's a cliche, but when you say this is the best album we've ever written, but this time I really think it is. Uh, Both music wise, lyric wise, everything just fell in place when we recorded this one. So it's a yeah, we are happy with it.
Oh, so good to hear. And of course, I mean, there's so many great things audibly that's going on with this album, but visually as well, it is quite striking. Particularly the album cover fits the album so perfectly. It really gives you an image of what the album is about. And on particular songs, like when you hear the lyrics and you look at the album cover, it just fits so perfectly.
Mhm. Thanks, man. Yeah, Robert, the singer, presented the idea for the album cover. He showed us that picture and said, "Hey guys, I would like to work with this image on the cover for this album. What do you think?" And we all said, "Yeah, that looks good. That's like you said, it's got there's a feeling to that image, that is well, it speaks to you in some way. It's it feels well, it's emotional in some way. So yeah, we thought that album image, and also the title for the album fitted, just perfect for that one. So that was yeah, it was a good one.
Oh, for sure. So, since you did bring up the album title, did you already have that in mind before the artwork came about, or was it inspired by that, or how did that come together?
Yeah, a good question though. Well, Robert writes most of the lyrics himself, and they are, like very personal for him. Um, and if you look back at our albums, it's always like three-word title, falling from fame and the agony, flame and all that. And those three words are taken from one of the lyrics on the album. So when we were to find a title for this album, again, Robert presented his ideas for that, and we got like 7 or 8 suggestions of the album title. But I think we all agreed that title. I don't really remember. I don't think there was an image back then. I think that the album title was first, and the image came later. But that made, that made the image made it so, it fit perfect. So I think when we had that title and saw that image, we understood that those two are gonna work really good together. So
Oh, for sure. So, also thinking about that, of course, with the process, recording is such a huge part of all of it, making sure that everything is going to sound right in the way that you want to present it. How was everything in the studio this time around?
well, yeah, it was a good, a good feeling all through. We we always meet up, like I said, we meet in the studio and try some ideas. But and when we have that idea from start to finish, it's more like we start recording right away. The drummer lay down the drums almost immediately, and we add guitars and bass, and when we have like a decent recording, Robert uses that to write lyrics and later on record the vocals. And when he's recording vocals, it's he's usually there by himself. Him and Chris, those two, Robert and Chris, are producing the album, the singer and the keyboard guy. So they are doing that together. But those two. But when we are recording guitars and bass and drums, we're all there and having, trying different ideas and stuff. But yeah, the memory I have is good. We had a good feeling all through.
Oh, so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
With that as well, like when it came to your parts on the album, did you switch anything up at all on this album? Did you switch out any new gear or amps or guitars or anything like that?
Yeah, well, no, I think I used the same old guitar. Of course, you use a couple, two, maybe three guitars. One one for solos and one for all the other stuff. But yeah, I guess maybe Chris. I know that Chris got some new gear for the recording. The what is the name of that? Sound cards? No, that's not probably the word for it. But he's got some preamps and stuff different from the last album. So we tried some different sounds, but well, pretty fast we this is the sound that I want to use. So yeah, it was no big deal. We didn't try out like 500 gears, guitar amps and stuff. We were pretty happy with the ones that we used the last time.
Oh yeah, and when you've been doing it this long, you
Yeah,
start to know what tones that you're looking for. You know like for like the cleans or distortion or whatever it is, like the idea of what you're looking for and what sounds good with the band. I mean, when you
exactly.
can dial that in, I mean, it makes the process so much more simple.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
Uh, So with all that in mind, I mean, I've seen a lot of great reception for this album. Besides myself, also enjoying the album so much. What is the plans going forward now that the album is released?
Yeah, well, actually, we are heading out on a tour here in Sweden. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow night. So the first show is on Wednesday here in Sweden, and yeah, it's like I think it's like 17 or 18 gigs in Sweden, but it is like acoustic set with acoustic guitars and piano and cello and violins and all that. So it's a little bit different. We did this 10 years ago, and it was yeah, it was a really awesome thing. People were we were happy, people were happy. It just was a good feeling the entire tour. So we just said back then, we got to do this again sometime. And somebody said, now, like, it's 10 years, maybe we should do it. Maybe we should try that one again. And everybody was in up for it. So it should be a good run. Really looking forward to it. But it's like, yeah, it's in 2 days, so there's been some practicing.
And what is that like, being able to like switch things up and being able to do these songs in a new setting? I mean, obviously, with doing it 10 years ago, there's songs from the past, but like adding the
Yeah.
new songs into the
Yeah.
set list, what's that like?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like, yeah, like you said, you got to learn the song all over again. You got to learn it from start to finish all over again in a different way. So it's a little bit challenging, but I'm not a good acoustic guitar player. I'm not such a big fan of acoustic guitar, so I have to practice a lot. And but I think I got it together. It sounds good. So it should be a good run.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm very excited to see what songs are going to be making it into the set list for this tour because I'm thinking just that from the last couple albums, like there's so many songs that are rolling through my head that could really work in that setting. And I mean, obviously, with you guys putting that all together, you know that as well too. But it just makes me excited to see what's going to be happening.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm excited too. I think we rehearsed on, like, I think it was 24 songs, and from that maybe we're picking maybe 20-ish, and it may vary a little bit from night to night which songs we're playing, but I think we really got the width of it from the back in the days when like demo days when we recorded demos. So I think we have like songs from every album, maybe at least one from every album, I think.
Oh,
Should be
that's so
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're exploring at least one song off of each album and really just giving that retrospective of the
Yeah.
whole catalog and showing that a good song sounds good, whether it's the full-on distortion version, whether it's a full-on acoustic version. You know, it's
Yeah.
a good song is a good song, and it sounds like
Yeah.
every night of the tour with the way everything's going to be going, it's just going to be a great emotional night every night.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. That's on the rehearsal nights we've had. I agree. You have goosebumps on some tracks, and I usually don't get that, but I think this will be a good one. For sure, this will be a good one.
Oh, so cool. So after that, is there any plans for like the normal shows again? Is that still in the works, or how's that
Yeah,
going about?
yeah. Actually, this acoustic tour is now February and March, and then in April we're going to Germany. We're heading for Germany for like 2 weeks, I think. And that's no acoustic thing. That's yeah, a full on with distortion and everything. So and I'm looking forward to that too, because we have been doing a couple of tours now in Germany that is really kicking it off. People are talking about tAKiDA down there, and it's something is happening in Germany, and it feels it. I'm really, really excited to go there. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. So should be a good one.
Oh, what a great place to be able to start off the full electric shows like Germany. Like I
Yeah.
know they have such a loyal fan base for so many different styles of music over there, and I'm
Yes.
glad to see that you guys are taking off so well and growing bigger and bigger over there as well too. And when you're able to play so many cities over there, that's incredible.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, it will be, I think it will be a really good one. We get emails and stuff from guys in Germany every day. It's like, when are you coming? What cities are you playing in? And so they have, yeah, like you said, they have a really big interest in music down there. And yeah, just looking forward to that.
Oh, awesome. Oh, one last thing when it comes to the live shows. I mean, more specifically when it comes to like the German shows and everything that comes after with the full-on electric shows. Is there
Mhm.
anything that's going to be changing up for the album cycle? Like anything aesthetically, like banners or anything that's going to be changing up?
Well, we haven't really discussed that. I think, we're not really, for us, it's like uh, amps, guitars, drums, maybe some kind of backdrop. But yeah, we haven't really discussed the stage, how the things should be on stage yet. But we will do that in the couple of the following weeks from now. So I think yeah, I can't say that much because I don't know that much yet. But I'm sure there will be some sort of, cool stuff.
Oh, of course, but obviously, as you alluded to, the main focus of the band is the music and the songs being portrayed live, and the
Yeah.
audience getting into it, and that's going to be the most exciting part. I can't wait to see what songs are going to be played live, and which ones really take off from the album, and uh, just all of that. I mean, it's exciting times. I gotta imagine on your end with two different kinds of tours going on already, and everything that will come up in 2024 and I imagine 2025 as well. It seems like
Yeah.
everything's going in the right direction and I love seeing that.
Yeah, yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, yeah, I have there's some quite interesting times ahead.
Oh, awesome. Well, I think that's a fantastic note to end on, and I want to thank you again so much for taking the time to be able to talk to me about everything in your
Oh,
world right now. And of course, the Agony Flame available now. I love this album from start to finish. Every song I feel like could be played so perfectly in a live setting.
yeah,
And
thanks,
I
buddy.
love when an album has that feel to it, and it makes me just want to keep going back and listening to it. Like I didn't even just listen to this album just for preparation. I do it because I enjoy it so much. I love
Oh
going
man.
back and listening to it, and
Oh,
I can't wait to show this interview off. And it's just been an awesome time being able to talk to you and hear about all of it.
oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. My English is not that good, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say anyway. So,
Oh, for sure. I've had a fantastic time doing this and being able to get your insight into all of it. And
oh,
yeah, I'm just excited for everything that happens tour wise and everything on this album cycle and whatever comes next.
oh, thanks, buddy. Rundqvist, do you have like a Swedish ancestors, or I think your name is kind of Swedish.
Yes, I do. Mainly Swedish and Norwegian is my main
Ah,
background.
yeah. Cool. Awesome. We're like brothers then.
Oh yeah, and I live in Minnesota in the United States as well, which is so full of the Scandinavian
Yeah.
ancestry as well. So
Yeah.
it totally fits in there.
All